La la la.
Welcome back, Green Wizard.
Okay. What's up, viewers? I am, in fact, Janus Obscuratus. I'm wondering if I can hear the... Can we hear the game? What did I just do? La la la. Okay. I'll learn eventually. Okay. Here we are playing Laugh Track. So, did everyone have a good April 1st? I didn't really see much. I didn't really see much that was weird. There are a couple of games that had weird updates, which is kind of cool. Chirno Lifts a Boulder has a scary mode, which is actually, it's funny. Chirno Lifts a Boulder is a very chill game, pun more or less intended, but a very cozy game, kind of charming. You know, you guide Chirno around and you have her jump on platforms and stuff. It's cute. And then they had scary mode where it's like they make it first person and they cut off the draw distance so you can't see anything, and you make it the sky black like it's night, and you have wind howling, and just those little things makes it scary. Or, you know, it gives it a little creepy feel. I don't think anyone was actually scared, but it is a nice kind of creepy feel, and it's impressive what a little bit can do there. But this is Laugh Track. This is by the same people who made Arcade Spirits, which I haven't played yet, and Arcade Spirits 2, which I haven't played yet. And then a couple other weird games like The Shadow Out of Cyberspace, which I have not played yet. But basically I've been hearing good things, so I decided to try this one, Laugh Track, and apparently it's dark. It's a comedy horror game. And it, hang on a minute. Hang on just a minute. What's the thing? I don't know if you can even see the little thing, but it says... I just took a screenshot of the warning that pops up. It may include obscene language, deal with triggering subjects such as mental illness, self-harm, violence, and bigotry. I do play horror games on this channel. I'm usually okay with horror games. I don't like bigotry. Who does, really? Well, I don't want to know. But, yeah, just, we'll get through this and, try not to freak out too much. I don't want to freak anyone out. We're just here to... We're here to have a good time by confronting weird, horrible things. Which sounds weird, but, that's what we do here. Alright, so... This is comedy horror. Right, yes. That's the thing. Free release. This game is a free release thanks to the generous support of the Fiction Factory Games community. If you enjoy this game, please consider also playing Arcade Spirits or Penny Larceny. We'd love to do more free games in the future, and now on with the story. There is no out. there is only in, and you are in terrible danger. Gregory Corso, long live man. Oh, he's a poet. I'm not really familiar with him. That's interesting. I was powerful. I was a leader. I commanded respect. But it wasn't always so. For a time, I was miserable and alone, leading an ordinary life, an ambitious idealist. Miserable and alone. I lived on the fringe of every social circle. Not quite in, not quite out. Alone in a crowd, a face among many. Screaming out for someone, anyone to see me. Until they saw me when others would not. They pulled me deeper within the circle, showed me trust, and elevated me within their ranks. My rise was thrilling. I drank deeply of life in ways few others could. In time, they would bow to me. I could raise my hand and set them into motion. I used them to enact my will upon the world. I had concerns about how they accrued their power. But those who acquire power often do so by unethical means, strength to justify strength. One day, they told me it was time to ascend to the highest rank. I would join all those who came before me. Sounds like the ending of Pippin. Anyway, that's a obscure musical theater reference. But doing so would transform me. The part becomes a whole. The one becomes the many. I wish I'd read the fine print. I tried to fight and resist. I had no delusions. This was human sacrifice. I would be fed upon to feed their ambitions. Sneaking away in the night, I thought I avoided that harrowing fate, but they found me. There's a, isn't there a, there's a band, or is it the album? Hold on a minute. I Don't Know How, But They Found Me is an American indie pop solo project based in Salt Lake City, Utah, fronted by singer-songwriter Dallin Weeks. Anyways, my ascension was a painful and frightening affair, resisting right to the end. Countless seconds, days, months, years passed in my new form. No me, only we. Until this day, when the many became the one again, and I was given a new purpose. For my tragedy was about to become comedy. I don't know what I expected, but this wasn't it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wouldn't call it good. Very much the opposite. It's a bad morning.
That would be the opposite of good morning, yes.
Are we seriously doing a reboot of the show? After all our hard work.
9 Lives wasn't testing well. Too bleak, too serious. Our audience wants to laugh. They want to be entertained, not depressed. I feel a shake-up will deliver.
Ah.
Whatever. Beats shutting the whole project down, I guess. With that settled, can we switch over to the divine language of chaos now?
English is so time-consuming. Have you heard about the divine language of chaos?
It's hard enough manifesting as an individual after being part of management for so long. These words are obnoxious.
Management.
As you like. Let us speak as gods do.
That's not the language of the gods, that's Simlish.
No trouble. Snorpish grandpa briff, frog, a frast with livra eat. Only sapa.
You with the typewriter. Who are you now that you're an individual again? What do we call you? I have become the writer, the narrator, the showrunner, the bard, the dramaturge, the storyteller, the passenger. I'm a passenger princess. Let's just go with writer. Simple to the point. That's what I just said. I like it. The writing writer who writes and nothing more. Good, good. And what pronouns do you go by? Seriously, pronouns? We're doing pronouns? See, that's what happens when you have individuals speaking English. Gender identity is critically important to the target audience. We lose that, we lose them. Look, I'm saying back in my day, we didn't. Your day? Oh, that's rich. When and where did you ascend exactly? South Carolina in 1861. Right. So you're a relic. I ascended in 1985, so trust me when I say a modern story needs this. Are you wanting to explain to management why our demographic tuned out immediately? What pronouns does the writer use? Let's go with he, him. Very well. Would you prefer we mind our naughty language or relax the broadcast standards a bit? Interesting. Work! We're all chocobos. I do try to sort of keep a lid on it a bit. Let's go with partial words. Oh, you're going to truly get on my nerves, aren't you? I certainly hope so. We're trying to craft young adult content. Some selfish censorship stands to reason to maintain acceptability. Let's get on with it. How's the new show different from 9 Lives? Other than the writer being on board this time, I mean. We're keeping Kat, but she's not the main character. She'll be part of an ensemble cast. New show is called Juno's World. We found a promising young girl for the lead role. She'll be the tie that binds them together, a perfect narrative fulcrum. As the writer, your job is to actively shape our narrative, rewriting the script on the fly to maximize ratings. Vince? Vince Russo, is that you? If you know, you know. You're being given considerable power in this role. Don't take that for granted. You can be replaced. Eric? Anyway, let's give a proper demonstration. Typewriter's in front of you. Think of this little chat as a scene. What should happen next, our fair writer? Writer reminisces about it. The director punches himself in the face. The producer reveals an unforgivable secret. It's April 1st. We can be chaotic. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. You shape the narrative, but if you break plausibility or immersion, it'll backfire. A pity. Would have been fine comedy to see our crusty curmudgeon get some comeuppance. This is a hostile work environment. If that weren't by design, and they wouldn't shred me for doing so, I'd complain to management. Power over the narrative is a delicate thing, and our experiment is the key to mastering it. He controls the story, controls the world. You have to have a little spice in your story. He who controls the spice, you get the idea. That's the right idea. You bend the story to your will. You make the puppets dance. Just try to pull the strings lightly. We don't want any more incidents that derail the show. Agreed. Get a feel for how the scene is going, then adjust it carefully to ensure we hit our goals. Comedy, tragedy, mishaps, misunderstandings, failure, chaos, suffering. That builds ratings. I direct the camera crews. Producer is our liaison with management. And you guide the flow of the plot, wrangling our cast with your writing. If you're unhappy with the choices you made, I can roll the tape back for you at any time. Ah. Narrative interdiegetic justification for UI elements. You could also mash the page up key on that typewriter of yours, or roll the scroll upward, same effect. And in contrast, if you're thrilled with your work, I can record it to tape for you. I like that. I like that. Perhaps build a saved library of such majestic moments to recall later. And you can always load a previous tape if you really want to switch things up. Management expects great things from the writer. We're going to finally complete the experiment and hit our core demographic. We'll see.
At
At least I'm insulated against management's wrath. I'm just putting your ideas into action. I won't be the one shredded and cast into oblivion when the ratings tank. Let's at least attempt a positive attitude, shall we? We shoot the pilot for Juno's World today. Are you ready? The writers ready to get work immediately. There's a grim silence as the trio ponder past failings. Suddenly, a random dance party. I admire the enthusiasm, but as we said before, mind your limits. The story can resist. And I do not want a repeat of 9 Lives on my watch. Don't push your luck. What happened to 9 Lives? We don't talk about what happened to 9 Lives. We must be careful. The experiment fails if we break tolerance limits. But if we find the right balance, management will be prepared to seize the airwaves forever. Let us begin, shall we? Cue the opening sequence.
This episode is brought to you by Gluttony Pops. Fill the bottomless pit of your existence with a crunchy, frosty, sugary bowl of Gluttony Pops today. Part of this complete breakfast.
Juno's World. Starring Juno. Remember when TVs had all these buttons and dials? Probably not. Remy. Daniel. And Kat. Daniel's got muscles. That's his character. Created by MFO Studios. Episode 1, Let's Get This Bread. Remember there was a band called Bread? Apparently they were stumped for a band name. And they were just hanging around trying to find a band name. And they're completely stumped. They just started looking around and naming random objects. You know, like telephone pole, building. And then a truck comes by and it's got bread in it. He's like, bread truck. Wait a minute. Bread. Ah. You try and earn your bread? You try and get your daily bread? Yeah, let's call ourselves Bread. I mean, I don't know. I sort of get it, but I'm not sure it was the best band name ever. Anyway. Exterior suburbs. We see Juno walking to school alone. She narrates her thoughts to the audience. In the options, you could have vocal gibberish or beeping. And I had vocal gibberish, like Simlish. My name is Juno. Today's my first day at a new school. Golly, I've really been looking forward to this. New school, new friends, new beginnings. Good. Maintain tracking shot and prep audience cues. Get the photo montage ready. It's not my first school, though. More like my 6th or 7th. I've kind of lost track. My parents love this world so much and taught me to love it too. We've lived all over the place. They told me that means we're hippies. What a silly word. Our hips are very normal. Hold on. Why are these snapshots photorealistic? Did our cognitive perception filter fail? These are genuine memories. Engrams from the past always appear with clarity and realism. Whatever. I'm just the writer here. I could try to filter them, but I'm balancing a lot of spinning plates here, so can we not? I prefer visual consistency, but fine. As long as they have an emotional impact on her. This is where I grew up for most of my childhood, in our Peace Wagon, a home on wheels. That's one of those classic Volkswagen vans, right? I think so. It kept breaking down and smelled kind of bad, and I had no privacy and there wasn't a toilet. But home is where the heart is, even when it runs on diesel. I mean, that might be fun to live in. Because we drove around all the time, living from town to town, I had to go to a lot of different schools. So many schools, saying goodbye so many different times. But now, we're staying in one place, presumably for good. Mom's opening a head shop to sell glassware and hemp to this sleepy suburb. And she's selling heads, apparently? There's no market for heads. There's another joke there, but I'm not going to go there. My point is, I'm finally living in a real house and switching schools for the last time. Okay, you have the character background established. Let's move past exposition and start amping up the drama. New school. My last school. Before college. With time enough to make friends. I hope. When I think about my future, I feel... Time for the writer to step in. Mind this for ratings gold. What direction do we push Juno? Juno is dangerously overconfident about her future. Juno is understandably nervous about her future. Does this show ratings? Juno's understandably nervous. All right. I'm trying to get a feel for what we're going for here. They want it to be amped up, so they want everything to be kind of over the top, right? So understandably nervous would set up for a relatable drama, but dangerously overconfident is going to be over the top. I think. I feel excited about the possibilities. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. We're doing this, man. We're making... Anyway, this time it'll be different. I won't be overlooked. I won't be a passing stranger. I'm going to be the cool girl who's popular with everyone and friends with everybody. Or die trying. Juno will regret that. Excellent work. Set our expectations high so the fall is even funnier. Fail, you know. I wonder what kinds of people I'll meet at my new school. Maybe I can find someone who will teach me how to get along with people. A best friend forever. This time I won't let an opportunity to make a BFF pass me by. One side, passing by. Got places to be. Or maybe I'll meet a really cool girl, like cooler than cool, and learn her ways of coolness. Out of my way, Slowpoke. Ooh, maybe I'll even meet a really cute boy. If only the right man would come along. On your right, excuse me. Golly, I better keep my eyes open. Wouldn't let opportunities like that slide on by. So relatable. New school, new me. Everything's gonna be great now, forever. Look, it's high school. High school. Interior classroom. We see Juno standing at the head of the class as the teacher introduces her. An apple a day stops forest fires. What does that say? Push? Anyway. Listen up, class. As of today, we have a new student joining Homeroom 2C. Wait. The teacher is one of us? We only have 4 actual cast members. Every other character is from management. Saves budget. Now, let's continue cranking up the heat in our main character. Not every script decision provides a noteworthy rating boost, but it's still good to tweak the narrative as we go. The teacher humiliates, the teacher mocks Juno's family, the teacher is nice to Juno. The teacher humiliates Juno. This is Juno, Margaret Ann Tuplowski Jr. Say hi, Juno. Hi, everybody. I said to say hi, not give us your life story. No one needs to know who you are. You're nobody, and you're not going to amount to anything, so why bother? Now take your damn seat. Oh, okay. That kind of hurt. I didn't like doing that. With that out of the way, let's take roll. Speak up when I call your name if you're present. I feel like this is a game that encourages you to be bad. Although, hang on. Let me check one. I want to look at one thing here. Keep those audiences ratings high or get canceled in more ways than one. Huh. You know, it's interesting. I'm just thinking about, I just started thinking about Papers, Please, right? Papers, Please, you are part of a system, and it's arguably not a good system. You know, it's bad in quite a few ways. And you think about, do you try to do your best? Do you try to do what they want you to do? Do you try to do what you think is moral? Do you try to fight against the system? And there are different things you can do. And those are like, they're presented as valid choices. That's what I think. If you play Papers, Please, it's like if you play Papers, Please and you follow the rules exactly all the time, then you kind of do bad things every now and then. But it's like, okay, the game encourages you to do that. Or you can play Papers, Please, and it's like you can do more ethical things and not follow their rules all the time. And it's like, all right, you're trying to follow your own ethics as a person. That makes sense. So both of those kind of make sense in a way. But I'm wondering about this game. Like, so far it's presented as just being mean to people, and that's what you do. Remy Marchand. Right here. He's Canadian, apparently. Or he just likes Canada. That hamster does not look happy. Catalina Ruiz. I guess, yeah. Daniel Lynn. Present, ma'am. Juno, Margaret Ann Tuplowski Jr. Yes? Still here. It's still me. Hubert, the classroom plant. The what? What does that say? Push? Push. Have a nice period of time. Like have a nice day, only vaguer. Oh, we have a hamster. Ah, Hubert looks so warm and cozy in his little home. I bet he's very happy. Probably not. Nice desaturation. God has forsaken me. So happy. With that out of the way, let's begin homeroom proper. Extend your right arm and repeat after me, class. I swear. Yeah, I remember that. You didn't do that in high school, did you? A winner is you. Here's a fun fact. A winner is you is a reference to pro wrestling on the NES. School. Believe in the three-eyed cat. Diorama. What? Ball. School hallway. Students begin to pack up the end of the day, ready to go home. Okay, so, not off to a great start. I was so busy with classes I couldn't really talk to anyone. Yet, I was really confident this morning about what lies ahead, right? It'll be fine. It's fine. But the day's not over. I still have a few minutes left to actually make some friends. How do I do that? How do I make friends? What if I mess this up? What if I'm too weird? What if? Remy slides on up to Juno, flashing a confident smile. I could use a confident smile, along with harder lessons. Anyway. Hey, Juno! It's Juno, right? Want to be friends? Juno acquired. Friend. Oh, golly, that was easy. Cat trails behind Emmy, entering with a bit less enthusiasm. Yeah, you may want to think twice about that. Cat tugs her hood back and shakes out her hair a little, as if to shake no as well. Being friends with us means we're your only friends. We're the class freaks. But you're literally half the class. It's just you two, Juno, and that other guy. Hey now, we're temporarily socially inconvenienced. Our ship will come in, this too shall pass. Every dog has their day. Sure, I can ship you. Maybe they'll write nice things in our obituaries. Yeah. I forgot how morbid Cat was. Why did we bring her back for this rebooted show? Contrast! We need a shadow to Juno's light. Pay no mind to my pessimistic partner. We're destined to rise in the social scene. For I am Remy Marchand, mysterious foreign exchange student. Okay. I hail from a strange exotic land in the distant north, where horned beasts roam and the trees leak sugary delights. Canada. Remy's from Canada. Go sports! T-R-U-T-H. It's like D-A-R-E, except not. Annual class annual. Every year.
Traveler door. Andro.
Yeah, well. Join the Breakfast Club. I've never seen the Breakfast Club. Anyways,
Don't ask.
I'm
you,
also a
Rick.
strange and ethereal
Don't ask
entity,
you.
a
Let's
being
afford
neither
it,
male
though.
or female, beyond petty pleasures of the flesh.
Nepto webco.
Non-binary, they, them, and asexual, aromantic. Oh, okay. That's the joke.
Flip to still
Cat,
splendid
you're really
dark.
not helping me look cool.
Nepto web.
You want to be cool, stuff some ice down your pants. Not my job.
Junie,
Ho ho
the
ho.
sentence can't
Point is, I'm
understand.
incredibly
Was it
interesting. You should be
for-
friends with me, strange hippie girl.
Ja,
You know about that. Remy uses trait. Canadian insight.
Also wonder power frope.
I know stuff. Gotta know stuff when you're a mover shaker like me.
Even though your part.
Okay, we've been letting them chat freely enough. Let's steer this conversation a little. Juno embraces her hippie heritage. Juno tries to insist she's an ordinary girl. Juno deflects and asks a question instead. I mean, just because my parents are hippies doesn't make me one.
Pedrop. Done.
Yeah, I hear the hippie gene is recessive. Maybe it skips a generation. Suck it, punnet. Or maybe you haven't gone through hippie puberty yet. One day you'll show up at school dressed like Janis Joplin. I'm not strange. I'm really not strange at all. I'm perfectly normal. You're certainly not dressed like a typical Woodstock burnout, no. You look like you're about to extol upon the many virtues of the Dewey Decimal System. I like the Dewey Decimal System. Oh, it's such an efficient means of organizing books. Did you know it was invented by Melville Dewey in 1873 and we've been using it ever since? Wow! Bored now, checking Zitter. Sorry.
Nepto web.
My point is, there are many advantages to getting to know me. Us. Getting to know us. Your family runs that new weed shop, right? You're my in with the school's stoner faction. Weeds? No, it's not gardening supplies. She sells hemp clothes and glass sculptures. Yep, she hasn't gone through hippie puberty yet.
Nepto webco.
Which are used for... I don't know, but they sell really well. Enough that we can finally settle down and buy a house. One without wheels. Warning, winners don't use drugs. Remy, the only reason you want in with the stoner is because you flop with everyone else. The sports team can't take you. Fashion club thinks you dress like a lumberjack and you're not geeky enough for the nerds. I just need to find the right angle. The right play. We'll find our spot. There has to be a spot for all of us, right? And I don't mean at the bottom. I'm gonna figure this crap out. We'll rise and rise and get famous and rich and powerful and everything can be so cool. My words, we won't need ice down our pants. We shall become the icy pants themselves. So you're having trouble making friends too, just like me. But hang on. If you can't find a group that accepts you, why not form a new group? What, like a club? An after-school activity club, duly authorized and ratified, and perfect for a college application. See, now you're thinking. Yes, that's it. A club. A club of our own. That's item number 4. I could finally check off item number 4. Item number what? Oh, I have a bucket list of things I want to accomplish before I die. Here, let me show you. Join a charity fundraiser. Promote eco-friendly recycling. Help winning sports team. Join a school club. Strengthen democracy. Host a movie party. Elevate my consciousness and go to the big school dance. See, they're kind of like achievements. Join a school club. We could make our own club, just the 3 of us. Doesn't that sound like a lot of fun? Juno, these are mostly like incredibly ordinary teenage girl dream type things. Well, yeah. There's nothing wrong with being ordinary. I mean, ordinary teenage girl dreams are fine. Isn't a bucket list usually more ambitious than this, or at least looking beyond your high school years? Oh, I'm going to die at the end of high school. Wait, what? I tried to keep it reasonable and manageable goals, you know, just in case. I think it's a great plan of action. Get out there, make it happen. Do the thing. Juno, your dreams are coming true starting today. We are forming an after-school activity club. Well, that's good attitude. Oh boy.
Gilbert?
Meh.
Andro. Kiemplis.
So, question is, what kind of a club are we making?
Nefto Webco.
Ideally, one that'll draw in new members. This is about
Kiemplis
connections,
Ray Ray
people
Flores
power.
Nequas,
If we can
Siva
trick someone popular into hanging out with us, we'll be made.
Grandpa is up.
Yeah, no, we're not getting like
Grandpa
a sports hero to
Brooklyn's
peel
at a
away from their
camp.
hyena pack and join us.
Eden,
Don't be such a downer, Cat. Let's brainstorm, workshop, find synergies. Synergy. It's your bucket list, Juno. What idea would you pitch if you could have your dream come true? Well, maybe. 3 chances remaining. I understood that reference. Ping Pong Club. Are these all? I feel like they're all references. Doki Doki Literature Club. Light Music Club might actually work. Assuming they can all learn an instrument. I gotta... Wait, okay. Alright, I gotta see what this is. A literature club! We can write poems and read books and stuff. Even manga.
Nefto Webco.
My poetry scares people.
Until is up.
I don't see why, though.
Ravlik
I guess
Doan.
art is too subjective. Didn't you write a poem called Ode to a Dead Body Found in a Freezing Cold Alley One Winter Morning?
Dono esti,
It's a
Dono
metaphor.
esti, Serfono.
A metaphor
Dono
for a dead body
mas-
found in a freezing cold alley one winter morning. See? Subjective. Right, okay. Not that. Definitely not that. How about... Actually, I feel like newspaper... Well, Light Music Club... Light Music Club is probably not going to happen because that's too referential. Light music, you know, pop, rock, fun stuff like that. I can play guitar, sort of.
Poopa don't.
Can't sing. I see myself more as a manager than a musician. I cover things up when Rockstar's going into rehab. No, sir. Mr. National Enquirer, my client wasn't having a drunken fling. He was doing private Bible study with a nun. Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays? Anyway.
Junie
Just
loves
punch the paparazzi in the
bossy.
face. Problem solved. No punching, please. Maybe instead of that, we try... I think it's going to be Newspaper Club. A newspaper club, shining the light of the Fourth Estate and exposing wrongdoings through journalism. School already has a newspaper, the Freedom Eagle. Okay.
Is up.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Lefton's
They refused to run the op-ed as submitted titled "The Fashion Club Should Die, preferably in a fire." Probably because our newspaper is basically a propaganda arm for the fashion club. That's what makes my well-reasoned and balanced argument all the more relevant to today's youths. Guess that's not an option then. How about...
Eventralma, Zavosta planet Dubler Zorda.
I'm receiving. Oh, I know. What about an LGBTQIA plus club? I haven't seen any pride flags around the school. I mean, I'm a polyamorous bisexual and living my bice life. So maybe we could raise awareness of diversity issues. There is a deeply uncomfortable pause as Remy and Kat exchange uneasy glances. What? What's wrong?
Pedrovish's Perlman.
You don't want to use the D word. It's banned by executive order from the school district. Banned? Why? Welcome to modern society, Juno. They've already gone through the purge. Only loyalists remain. If you want that kind of stuff and you're putting a target on your back, and School of Mins won't do a damn thing to stop it. I got out of this lesbian last year, and now my locker is a prankster death trap. I don't dare open it. What? But that's... No, that can't be allowed. That's bullying, right? Forget it, Juno. It's high school. Time to toss your ideas of what is and is not allowed. The only reason I'm allowed to be non-binary is Ace because I'm a weirdo foreign exchange student. We're freaks, remember? All of us. Whoa, hang on. Didn't emotional spirals like this one cause 9 lives to crash and burn? The goal is to destroy their hopes, yes? A sitcom world of authority and control? Right, but if we don't interrupt with something funny, shared misery could lead them to unite against us. Huh. Yes, that's a valid point. Very
well.
well. The writer shall inject some humor. Ratings time. The teacher interrupts before this gets any sadder. Oh. All right. Is this the Is this the alternate thing? I mean, is this the alternate playthrough? Alternate ending? I wonder. The teacher interrupts the gathering with a stern expression. You kids aren't doing the drugs right now, are you? What? No. No, ma'am. No, we are not. Obtain knowledge, drugs. You may be a damn dirty hippo, Juno, but even you should know the school disallows the devil's lettuce. Keep on the straight and narrow. I've got my eye on you, kid. The teacher backs away, never breaking eye contact until she's around the corner and gone. She's doing the water tribe eye gestures. I really don't want to get suspended on my very first day of new school. That's happened before. Once, yeah, that wasn't my fault at all. My family van backfired in the parking lot and caused an anti-shooter response. Haha. Meaning the cops milled around outside and did nothing? Yeah. Hey, don't worry. You'll fit in just fine here if you keep to the straight and narrow. Or at least pretend to be straight and narrow if you catch my grift. Wink. Yeah, all they really cared about is appearances. Head down and blend. And if we form an after-school activity, that'll help us blend like a smoothie. So we need a club that's completely wholesome, completely normal. Maybe even a little boring. How about baking? We'll be the baking club. I can make bread, sort of, usually. Cake, cookies, breads of all kinds, pies and pastries, sweet and fluffy and tasty and good. Baking? Seriously? Kinda trad life, ain't it? Hey, I like baking. I mean, seriously. Men can bake too. All sorts of people can bake. All sorts of people can get baked. Oh, that's not what they're going for. No drugs. No, yeah, I just baked some muffins last week. They came out really well. And yet, baking means bake sales. Bake sales means cold, hard cash. Piles and piles of money for warm, soft baked goods. Huh. Question, do I get to sample the end product for free? You could be our vice president in charge of taste testing. Sure, why not? I'm in. Make me cookies immediately. Put them in my face hole. Okay, but if we want to be an official school club, we're going to need at least 4 members. And since 2 out of the 3 of us are crap in home economics, we need another baker. Where would we find someone like that? Moving silently, Daniel joins the group from the sidelines where he was quietly observing. I can bake. My family owns the Good Fortune Grocery, and I know all our traditional recipes. Huh. Okay. I wonder where this is going. Cute boy alert, alert! This is not a drill! Juno quickly pushes ahead of the others to welcome Daniel. You can bake? Like, bake a bunch of different things? Oh, definitely. It gets pretty busy during Lunar New Year, so I learned how to bake recipes from different areas. People want a slice of home. I like to set out plates of various free dishes that my family market for them. For instance, I can make a fine bonbon lawn sponge cake. Bonbon lawn sponge cake? That's a Vietnamese sponge cake. Okay, cool. It looks like... I was just reminded of... It's funny, I just had a memory of going to Chinatown many years ago. You know, living close to New York City, we would visit the city every now and then. And sometimes we go to Chinatown and get those sponge cakes. Those were good. I could eat your cakes for the rest of my life. That's a proposal. Cat tugs her hood back up and offers the boy a highly suspicious look.
So.
Who the hell are you, random incredibly buff dude?
Because
Because I'm thinking you're with the sports team, and that means you really shouldn't be needing Juno's dough. If you get what I mean. Oh, my apologies. Daniel Lin. I was just passing by and overheard Miss Tuplowski's baking club idea. I'm with the team, yes, but I have other interests than team sports. If it's okay with you, I'd like to join so I can share my recipes. But if you'd prefer I didn't... It's funny. It's not the fact that he is Asian. It's the fact that he's a sports guy. That's giving us pause. Really? And your teammates won't get pissy about you hanging with losers like us. I just want to share something I love, that's all. Yes, of course. Of course you can join the baking club. Isn't this great? 4 members. We're going to be an official club now. A normal, wholesome, ordinary club that enjoys normal, wholesome, ordinary things. Finally, everything's working out for me. New school, new friends, new beginnings. Your attention, please, students. This is the principal with an important announcement. I've just been informed that getting baked refers to illegal drug use. Therefore, baked goods are no longer allowed on school grounds, and any student caught engaging in acts of bakery will be suspended. That's all. Oh well, it was fun for all the 3 minutes it lasted. Anyone want to go get a burger? Oh no! Ha 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 ha.
Snorbit.
Yes, good. Get a nice close-up. Finally, a decent shot. The writer doesn't approve of this plot twist. The writer thinks we're pushing too hard. The writer is excited about the dramatic potential. Huh. So, interesting. I'm sort of doing a middle-of-the-road playthrough here, I guess. Let's go with this one. Normally, I advise caution, yes. Don't permanently deal psychological damage to the cast. But this is the A-plot of our pilot episode, the dramatic turn. Without it, we have no stakes. Now back to a wide shot for the end result. Juno. Juno. Filters, Juno. Juno is now at 85% panic. Juno begins breathing, shallow and rapid, panic rising. I can't even have this? I can't have a normal, hosting, ordinary anything? I mean, it's fine. We just had to find something else to... Juno's confidence has backfired. It was supposed to be different this time! I was going to be the cool girl who's popular with everyone and friends and everybody or die trying! I can't breathe! Oh, crap. Juno! I need to go into the woods now. Excuse me. Juno stumbles past the group, moving with all speed down a hallway and gone. That's not what I expected. The others exchange uneasy looks, not quite certain what to do about this. Maybe someone ought to go after her. I feel I should point out she's a total stranger we only started talking to 20 minutes ago. I know, and we're the closest thing she has to a friend group. Someone should go after her. Okay. She's too damn nice to leave hanging like this, so who's going? And now we can have the writer craft the next act of the A-plot. Most episodes will have opportunities to focus on specific characters, building Juno's relationship with them. We can start to push Juno down a particular romance story arc here, or deepen a friendship. You may not get many opportunities to start a romance, so this would be a prime moment. Because Juno's companion for the final episode will be with whomever she has the strongest relationship. Camera crews, be ready to fall after whoever joins Bruno. So, fearless writer, who is it going to be? Don't think of this in terms of risk or failure. Who do you want to deepen her bond with? I don't know. Let's go with Remy. Right, I'm the one who encouraged this club idea. It's me. I can fix this.
Done snorkel.
I trust you to do that. I'm not sure why, but I trust you. Good luck, MX Marchand.
Notro.
Come on, big boy. Let's go get some burgers. They'll catch up after. High school, high school. Interior gymnasium. Juno, lost in the building, keeps trying to find an unlocked door and failing. Where's the exit? How do I get out? I just keep going in instead of out. There is no out. There's only in. Remember that? But don't they have fire exits? I need to find fresh air and trees or I'll die. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Juno, whoa, whoa. Relax, relax. All the fire exits are sealed during school hours. You won't get anywhere like this. Thinking about it, that can't be even slightly legal, but that's not Canada for you. Everything's wrong, everything's bad, I need to get out, I need fresh air and sunshine. You need to stop. Just stop moving. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Trust me. I'm prone to freaking out when everything goes sideways too. Stop, close them, and breathe. Work with me, Juno. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Dial the pace back a bit and try again. Inhale, exhale. Right, okay. You're good now. At least as good as we can be? I guess. You know, if this were Canada, you could get some anti-anxiety meds for nothing. And maybe, like, I still know a guy. I don't take medication. Big Pharma are capitalist thugs selling pills that ruin your natural body energies. A therapist from manipulative con artist trying to mind control the masses. Yeah, what? Speaking as a professional con job myself, what? Therapists are the good guys. Is this some Scientology bull? No, but my parents don't believe in any of that stuff. Whenever I start to panic, they tell me go into the forest and breathe the fresh air and sunshine of Gaia. Well, you know, some people have coping techniques. Sometimes the coping techniques work. If going into the fresh air works for you, that's good. If it doesn't, maybe you need some help. Okay, that's definitely a con job. Like, fresh and exercise are nice, but if this is a regular occurrence for you, I think you need a professional. You mean it's not okay to have an anxiety attack every week? A professional what? My point is that... Okay, no, hang on. Let me dial this back to what set you off. Okay. So the a-holes who run the school hate baking. So what? We'll pick something else, right? Doesn't have to mean we're over and done. Why worry so much about it? You don't understand. Well, you may be right. I never joined a group before. Our store did one. Never even really had any friends at all. My family moves around so much. Nothing ever lasts. When the schools realize my vaccination record is fake, sometimes they just kick me out. Folks don't believe in vaccines either. Well, the guy has given us beautiful and perfect bodies. I'm not supposed to be afraid of her embrace. Right, okay. I'm thinking you need some friends who are not crunchy granola fascists, yeah. Juno, I know we just met. We just met, and here I am shoving you this way and that. I want to apologize. I got excited and pushed you way too hard, betting everything on this club idea. What's that? A visual artifact? Resident emotional callback, like Juno's Phone of Memories. Happens sometimes. Don't worry, they aren't literally seeing it. I've got a rep for screwing everything up, all the time. I may be a fixer, but I cause every problem I have to fix. But in the end, if you got a problem, yo, I solve it. I repair what I break, and that means I can fix this too. You want a group to hang with? Okay, Remy provides. I'm nothing if not a provider of fun and friendship.
Don't ask you with
I never given two S's about hormonal teenage fixations. I'm all in on friendship, and now you've got me raring to go. Screw the law. I say we're a club, whether we're officially clubbing anyone over the head or not, okay? I'd like to be friends. I want to be friends with all of you. You're really cool. It feels like you know a whole lot about this world. More than I've ever known. Well, probably, yes. So, if it's okay that we're not a baking club, I'd still like to be friends. Okay, then that's how it's gonna be. Remy Marchand and Juno Margaret Ann Tuplowski Jr. side by side. Canada and America, best friends and good neighbors. You remembered my whole name. Kind of a mouthful, I know. I have a photographic memory. Also, I'm a champion weightlifter and I can run a 3-minute mile. And I'm a pathological liar. No, I'm just kidding. At least one of those things is possibly true. Hey, there's a burger joint 2 blocks from here. Kat and I like hanging there after school sometimes. Wanna come? Aren't hamburgers really unhealthy in promoting the corrupt beef industry? Yeah. They also have chicken nuggies. Oh boy, nuggies! Video dome. Buy, spend, things, acquire, consume. Bullseye. Burger place. Can has. It is a table. Foods. Oh, good grief. Why are those props made with crayon, stickers, and cardboard? Saves budget. This studio is within a cosmic envelope of the Gigaverse that only exists because of our collective will. Are you seriously telling me we can't have proper props given we are masters of this reality? Do you have any concept of how much mental focus it takes us to maintain all that? We need to cut corners wherever we can. Besides, perception filters are holding. They'll feel plenty real to our cast. Fine, get on with it. Kat and Daniel sit around in silence after finishing a quick meal. ... So, Miss Reeves. Kat. Kat. Right. Do you come here often? Do you make small talk often? No. No, not really. I don't really talk much in general. Great job, writer. You put our 2 most introverted cast members in a scene with no extroverts. How was I supposed to know? Yeah, I don't talk much either. Not if I can avoid it. That's a mood. Speak up and you're painting a target on your back, and your front, and your throat. Of course, that could just be me. When I speak, I say things people disagree with. Like how our school's budget has been shifted completely into sports equipment instead of the free lunch program. I'm sorry. Meh. No, I'm sorry. That one's not your fault, even if you're a sports guy. For what it's worth, Miss Kat, for what it's worth, I agree with you. When they cut the free lunch program, I was very disappointed. Not surprised, but disappointed. Our team already had good equipment. Feeding the hungry was far more important. And did you speak up about it? Tell the coach we had beef with this? No. Target on my back, remember? Just like you said. Kat takes 1d6 bigotry damage. Yeah, you and I aren't looking to enrage our lily-white classmates by challenging their point of view, are we? Can we please avoid politics? This is getting pressing. We need to move them off this topic. Yes, politics is depressing. Imagine that. Feels like the whole damn school is aligned against us, like the world is stacked against us. Daniel, something's wrong. In fact, I'd go as far as to say everything's wrong. How so? I know Remy and I have been friends for years, but honestly, it feels like we just met. I remember living in the city, not the suburbs. Maybe from a dream, but it feels like a memory. Error. Damn it, get Juno back in here now. A glitch in the Matrix. Something here stinks, and I'm wondering if the 4 of us are actually... We're back! All good now. I fixed things, just like I promised I would. Who's up for some burgers and nuggies? I already ate. Oh, well, I'll go toss the trash and we'll be right back. Remy buses their trays and then returns. Everybody shuffles to make room for the newcomers.
Clever Evie.
So how we all feeling? About, I don't know, friendships, baking, clubs, continued existence being a hellscape, that sort of thing. I want us all to be friends, even if we really have no reason to be. But if our only good idea for a club is now illegal, well, what do? We tear it all down, atom by atom. Quark by quark, shred it and stop them from interfering time and time again, and
E.R. Bintra.
we come up with a different idea, yeah? Seems like the obvious move. And have it get shot down again? Risk everything collapsing? I know that sounds silly, but I've got a track record. It's hard to assume the best outcome when the worst keeps happening. So, I think what I'm trying to say is, this is it. The resolution, the lesson learned, the ultimate takeaway from the conflict. They stand on a precipice. All we need to do is apply a little push and watch them fall. Camera 3, switch to a close-up. Ryder is about to make magic happen. Try to endure the miserable years as friends. Resist and push back against the ones trying to pull them apart. Interesting. The world's not going to let us have what we want, but maybe we should go for it anyway. We're all from different backgrounds, different social circles. They think we shouldn't fit together at all, but so what? And as friends, pulling together, we're strong. We can be ourselves, our true selves, and support each other. So I say we don't accept the cards we're dealt, we tear them up and start playing checkers or something. She's right. All the rules we play by are unwritten. All these laws we're expected to follow are unjust. Now, I don't normally speak up or speak out. I don't like confronting these things openly. Better that than be labeled as their enemy. Better to be one of the good ones than highlighted as an outsider. But she's right all the same. We don't have to split up. We don't have to be who they say we are. We can be us. We can be friends no matter what. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. I hereby declare that us today we are the Secret Rebel Baking Club. SRBC formed. Secret Rebel Baking Club. Ooh, that has possibilities. A stealth club, a clandestine after-school activity. Fomenting dissent with dough and sabotaging with sugar. But most importantly, this way I still get to eat cookies. Plus, we don't have to risk baking anything on campus either. We just do it at home. Or honestly, we don't have to bake anything at all. We just have to be ourselves together. Nah, if you want in, you gotta make me snacks, big boy. Them's the rules of the SRBC. Secret Rebel Baking Club. I like it. Okay, from now on, the four of us are friends to the end. We'll hang out, have fun, and do all sorts of normal, wholesome, ordinary things. We'll scratch more items off your bucket list. We'll support each other through thick and thin. We'll eat snacks. We'll do all those things and more on the next episode. Because if this is my world, I'm going to make it a good one. We're going to become best friends forever or die trying.
Snorper.
Huh. The writer came through for us. That was a solid narrative conclusion. Was there ever a doubt? Management assigned the writer to this critical task. Management is never wrong. Although, well, I will admit it wasn't a flawless run. We got close to maximum ratings, but only close. One opportunity slipped by. Actually, I'd say that was the right call. As much as I'd love to max out our ratings, it risks breaking our toys. We don't want 9 lives all over again. We pushed Kat too hard and she shattered. But we also don't want a 0 rating. If we don't push them at all, the experiment is pointless. And management pulps us. Quite so. Very well. Moving forward, we shall walk the line carefully. Aim for a high rating share, but don't get too greedy. Understood? The writer will be cautious when making strip sheets. The writer suggests a low ratings approach to show mercy. No, enough. The writer wants out. Out? There is no out. There is only in. Believe me, I get it. I hate being here too. I hate this whole ridiculous television show experiment. But like it or not, we're all bound to this purpose by management, staff, crew, and cast alike. If you want to survive, aim high or aim low. Either is fine, but if you hit 0 or the maximum,
Yupakan,
we're all dead.
Enbly, Eido.
Hit the middle and maybe we live to see another day. I still have faith in the project. I know we can get there. We'll start fresh in the new season. Smooth out any kinks from this pilot episode. Let's get some damn rest meanwhile. Hell of a day. Hell of a first day.
This isn't a TV show. It's a torture chamber.
Yeah, we knew that.
And the show must not go on.
The show must go on. Yeah.
I'm broadcasting this signal directly and privately to you alone. I'm an outsider.
If it's direct and private, it's not broadcasting. But continue.
It's difficult to get a private word with you, considering you're a part of management. Also known as the Many-Faceted One, a cosmic horror of monstrous minds in cruel harmony. I'm afraid you're a part of that nightmare entity. Look at your false flesh and know the truth.
Yeah, this isn't really a surprise.
Yupa, Konstajorp, Vithoglu.
I've been studying your history and...
Fraplek Dornu.
What happened to my voice?
Fraplek Yupa, Konstajorp.
Iris, can you boost the single? Can he still understand me?
Yupa, Anvili, Ida. Siva, Notra, Wuplim.
Okay, somehow you're understanding this. I better hurry before we lose our connection. I've been studying your history. I think I have a good understanding of how you ended up like this. You started on your road miserable and alone, which made you vulnerable to management's manipulation. Isn't that always the way? Right away, you realized management offered poison gifts. They could not be trusted. You fought back. You tried to resist. But in the end, they forced you to become part of this vast cosmic entity. I'm sorry, you don't deserve this fate, and I wish I could save you, but I can't. It's too late to pull you free. What I can do is save these kids. I can spirit them away to a reality where they can be happy. You aren't like your coworkers. You've seen through their cruelty, deception, and malice. I hope you're willing to betray them for the sake of these innocent lives. If you have any doubts, look inward. Find the eyes behind your eyes and ask them what you should do. You mean beyond the fourth wall? What do you mean by the eyes behind you? Who are you? You seem very familiar. I don't want to risk saying my name out loud. Names have power and management might notice our connection. But I'll say I'm a hero, and I'm here to help. My allies have beaten management before and hope to do it again, but management has become cautious and careful. We don't have a chance without your help. So if you care for Juno, Kat, Remy, and Daniel, here's what you need to do. Keep the ratings low. Avoid a 0, but make sure you aim for low ratings. I'm digging an escape tunnel, so to speak, a reality shift engine. It's experimental, but it should work. Problem is, an unstable mind results in an unstable signal, and I need a solid signal lock. Low ratings will give them time for self-reflection and emotional healing while I prepare. If we can ease them through this without deepening their wounds, I can help them find a better tomorrow. For now, I need to go before management tracks my signal. We'll talk again soon. I hope you're willing to help. You may be their only hope for escaping Juno's world. Episode 1. Let's get this bread. Achievement unlocked. Let's get this bread.
Okay, you've heard her pitch.
Oh. That's interesting.
Here's mine. I'm going to shred management down to its component atoms, and then break those into subatomic particles. Because she's got this all wrong. It's not a TV show or a torture chamber. This is the staging grounds for an invasion. Management is poised to consume and conquer all. But they know if they push too hard, they'll get pushback. They have to find the tolerance limit of control. People I've found are very accepting of misery. Well, that's just life, right? But only to a point. Once management is satisfied they found the baseline of acceptably entertaining misery, it's game over. You see that, yeah?
Acceptedly entertaining misery.
No.
So, what are we going to do about it? It's simple. We... Okay, what the hell happened to my voice? Must be interference from this pocket reality. Whatever. As long as you understand me, we're fine. And you do understand me, yes? About why management has to be stopped? I don't get it. Tormenting some kids doesn't translate into... But if we rescue Juno and her friends, we thwart the plan. What, by turning this TV show into a big hugbox therapy session? Please, that's ridiculous. But for the sake of argument, okay, let's say they regain some self-esteem and escape. What actually happens next? Management scoops a few new candidates and starts all over again. Reboots are very trendy. No, we annihilate the entire project at the origin point so it can never rise again. Right now, I'm your best shot at fixing this mess. The outsider won't even say her own name, for fear of drawing management's wrath. But I am Infinity, the prime guardian of time. Unlike her, I have the power to end this nightmare forever. So help me put a stop to this. Or die alongside management, I guess. Your call. That's a threat, not an actual choice. What if I held the outsider instead of you? I've got no reason whatsoever to trust you. Huh. What, you want my credentials? Should I fax you my effing resume? I've prevented hundreds of world-ending disasters, perfecting and refining history into its perfect shape. What are you, a hapless fool who fell in with a cult, getting sucked into their cosmic god's hive mind? Way I see it, you either trust me or die. Those are the options. So, here's what you're going to do. Keep the ratings high. Don't max them out and break the whole show, but aim for high ratings. That'll keep management happy. They'll be distracted, reveling in their victories. While I secretly study their weaknesses and craft a weapon that will purge this pocket reality forever. Oh no, but then the kids will die. Relax, okay? Relax. Master of time and space, remember? When it's over, I go back to my golden century and prevent them from being kidnapped in the first place. And if you help me, I can do the same for you. You'll never join the cult. Never ascend. A paradox? Yeah. So what? Won't be a problem. I eat paradoxes for lunch. I have power beyond your reckoning. Whereas all the outsider can do is turn the kids into temporal refugees. They'd never see home again. Face facts. I'm your golden ending. I'm your optimal path. And the gamer in you craves that. This guy's starting to speak my language. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Remember, high ratings. Let's kick some ass. Good morning! And it is, indeed, a very good morning. Management are thrilled with the ratings of our pilot episode and eager to see more. We'll be moving into full production now, with that counting as our first episode. Hang on just a minute. Hang on just a minute. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Okay. I believe I'm gonna stop here. Cause I don't know. I'm gonna stop here. That was actually kind of horror. And right. They didn't really pull any punches there. But that was quite interesting. So okay, so I was, ultimately I was talking about confused as to what kind of playthrough or ending it was. There would be. But now, at the end of the first chapter, they made it very clear. There are a couple of different endings you can go for. And you can probably go for, no ratings at all, or maximum ratings. You can probably do that. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. There are, of course, a lot of games I could stream. Maybe I'll go for Sunday. That would be good. Okay. But for now... yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Have a good rest of your whatever.